It is currently the 2nd of March, and here we go with the news, and sorry about the posts on YouTube, as I was having problems uploading the video. So yeah, here we go with the 2nd of March's news, today's news. Louis Tomlinson in Twitter row with police over cannabis discovery. Barry Bonnell, who did not conduct an own investigation into abuse. Former sex worker is vindicated after High Court win. As all of you, but not all of you would like what they're hearing. Our teacher sought to recruit a terror death squad. Verdicts of Brexiteers knocking definitely bad or irrevocably committed to Prime Minister's speech. Prezzo to close 94 restaurants in rescue bid. Snow and ice and driving winds cause severe disruptions across the UK. Not that it would really matter, as the Sandra Burslem building in Manchester Metropolitan University is closed for the day as of the bad heating they have, as I think it kind of broke down. Changes not to be feared. Brexit is chance to reaffirm Britain's place in the world. Prime Minister Theresa May on way to Brexit. There must be no hard border in Ireland after Brexit, Theresa May says, saying UK will commit to keeping standards as high as the EU's and entering a customs arrangement. Nuneaton bowling alley siege, man is jailed. "17-year-old Lloyd Gunton locked up over Cardiff terror plans." Meanwhile, Boris Johnson is in Hungary. It's saying was a terrific snowy morning along the Danube, with his friend Peter Cesato, and he says that the UK-Hungary relations are strong as ever. Both Lancaster House and Florence speeches did change the course of negotiations and politics at home. Will today have a profound effect. David Cameron and George Osborne hail plan after UK deficit target met. South Western Railway to close down service by 8 o'clock. Already been and gone, not due to adverse weather. Not that it really affects you, as it's currently a couple of minutes past 9. Network Rail to end station toilet charges in 2019. Yay! Would no longer have to pay 30p to go to the toilet on Piccadilly Station. Paul Moore guilty of Leicester hate crime car attack. SFO seeks retrial of former Tesco bosses. As bad as it's been since the 1980s, a number of former Arsenal players have pulled no punches in their assessment of last night's displays. Lego goes green with Supergame-based plastic. Kearney calls for crackdown on cryptocurrency mania. Yeah. Yeah. I'll say in the part one. I'll say in the part one now, as they've got something and they're kind of eager. So in the part one, I'll continue with everything very soon. Part two, and I'll hopefully try and continue where I left off. So yeah, paramedic attacks in ambulance parking row in Birmingham. World Indoor Championship 2018, Katarina Johnson-Thompson wins first global gold. Let me just find where I was up to. Both Lancaster House and foreign speeches did change the course of negotiations, and politics at home will have profound effect. Royal wedding involvement for public. How is the public being involved with the royal wedding? More than 1,000 members of the public have been invited to the grounds of Windsor Castle for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding. Those present will be able to watch the arrival and departure of the bride and groom. Kensington Palace has said. In total, 2,640 people will be given access to the ground for the wedding on the 19th of May. Charity workers, school children and royal household members and Windsor residents are among those who are invited. A statement from Kensington Palace said Miss Markle and Prince Harry wanted members of the public to feel part of celebrations too. It said the wedding and all weddings will be a moment of fun and joy that will reflect the character and values of the bride and groom. A full list of those invited to the ground include 1,200 members of the public from a broad range of ages, backgrounds, and 200 people from charities, 610 from Windsor Castle community members, 530 people from the royal household and Crown Estate, and 100 local school children. Meghan Markle's first appearance with the Queen. Miss Markle will join the Queen at an official event for the first time when she attends Westminster Abbey service to mark Commonwealth Day on 12th of March. The Prince of Wales, Duchess of Cornwall and Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and Prince Harry will also be there. However, Duke of Edinburgh, who has retired from official duty, will not be attending. Miss Markle and the Prince will marry at St George's Chapel, Windsor Castle on midday on 19th of May at 1 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. They will travel through Windsor in Berkshire in a carriage. Members of the public lucky enough to be invited will watch the arrival of the bride and groom and wedding guests, as well as a carriage procession as it departs from the carol after the service. The palace confirmed last month that the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, would marry the Prince and Miss Markle. The retired Reverend David Connor, Dean of Windsor, will conduct the service at St George's Chapel. The chapel holds around 800 people, making it a more intimate setting than the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge's wedding at Westminster Abbey. Following the marriage service, the street procession will travel along the route, including Castle Hill, High Street, Street Church, not there, Sheet Street, Kings Road, Albert Road, Long Walk, and back to Windsor Castle. The couple will return to a reception for guests for the congregation at St George's Hall. Prince Charles will give a private evening reception for the couple and close friends and family. I actually remember the royal wedding in 2011. I wasn't there in person. I kind of away camping and just sat there in a pub watching it. Sports gender pay gap. Every organisation with 250 employees or more just published data by April. Most published data by April. The FA, LTA and Jockey Club race courses have all published their figures, with organisations still to come. UK gas supply warning ceases as cold snap continues. Storm Emma, Army called in to rescue drivers stuck in snow. UK gaming sales defy spending squeeze. Public at risk from data cocktail of pollution. Diabetes is actually 5 separate diseases, research suggests. Far right moving increasingly online. There's a thing with Hitler on it, and it's like I thought we've moved on from the days of Nazi Germany and all that kind of thing. Known as let down by Learn Direct, says MPs. Anyone convinced over 2017 double voting claim? Lord promised Makenda boy death. Boy 14 charged with murder. I know that it's like if you're under 18 you can't really disclose their name. For reasons that they're young and all that. Denson Park frozen lake death man identified. That doesn't make sense. Oh. The dead man found in a lake at Denson Park has been identified. No, probably should have rephrased it just a little bit. Made to set out UK tests for Brexit deal. Surprised Rhiannon Alden gives birth to baby Philip. No, the baby was absolutely tiny. Exiled separatist Charles Puigdemont withdrawing from bid to be reappointed President of Spain's Catalonia region. Moving on to BBC News World. Winter storms batter US eastern seaboard. Now the winds from Siberia have reached the US shores. Billy Graham laid to rest in the presence of God. Slovakia journalist murder, 1,000 attended protest vigils. Democratic Republic of Congo violence, dozen kills in Ituri province. Trump's steel tariffs, EU warns it will respond firmly. There's probably a reason why I probably failed English. Were 2Ds and 3Es. Ukraine closes schools to save gas as Russia keeps pipelines closed. First male gymnast accuses Larry Nassar of sexual abuse. California children lived in desert box for 4 years. Oregon dad made son shoot him to delay prison. Luka Modric, Croatia football captain charged with perjury. Deadly avalanche in French Alps kills 4. Egypt arrests mother of woman at centre for BBC report. What is the Einstein visa and how did Melania Trump get one? Sydney Mardi Gras, how violent first match bird change. Mysterious case of horticulturist who went missing in South Africa. Large populations of penguins found in Antarctic Peninsula. Ireland shut as reversed as severe weather continues in Europe. God damn it, Trump. Trump steel tariffs. Trade wars are good, says Trump. Kenya doctors to perform brain surgery on wrong patient. There's been an attack reported in Burkina Faso capital. Trump hails great meeting with the NRA lobbyist. And this is a time where we should probably scream and run away in the opposite direction. Harvey Weinstein's statue appears in Hollywood ahead of Oscars. Clowns bring joy to refugee children. They look like the mild ones that we kind of imagine over here, that Toby gets scared over. Australian swimmer 99-year-old breaks world record. Good on him. One Russian paper today slams Putin's astonishing nuclear speech. Our economy is big investment. Russia needs a positive image in the West. It doesn't help when our head of state gives a 1 hour presentation showing missiles and a potential enemy's ship being blown up. Doesn't really help. Mahatma Gandhi letter on Jesus up for sale in US. Deadly fires hit Azerbaijan's health centre. Florida school shooting. US airlines to lose tax break over NRA row. Poland Holocaust law. Talks in Jerusalem aim to ease row. Africa's weekend pictures. Finnish pop star armour. People keep throwing bras at me. Afrin offensive. 8 Turkish soldiers killed in Syria clashes. How much should fake a trend on Twitter in one country about £150? Young deaf actress unfazed by Oscars. US housing boss. cancels $31,000 dining room set. Italy general election vote, who's who and why matters. Where's Rosa Parks' house travelled 8,000 miles. Bride orders to pay photographer $115,000 for online attacks. Police chase puppies across road, Arizona highway. The world needs to get ready for more people dying. Eastern Gaza, the neighbourhoods below the bombs. God. Colombia FARC election candidate Timoshenko taken to hospital. Snow in Europe, deadly winter storm brings chaos. Rohingya crisis, military build-up on Myanmar border with Bangladesh. Dopchi kidnappings, they were pretending they would help us. End of part 2. We'll be back very soon with a little bit more. Part 3, and the first one that came up actually scares me. Okay, look. It's from the Telegraph, by the way. North Korea could kill 10,000 US troops within days. A war with North Korea could result in about 10,000 American combat-related casualties in the first few days alone, according to US military planners. A classified military exercise last week attended by Army Chief of Staff General Mark Milley and Head Special Operations Command Tony Thomas tested hypothetical scenarios of how US troops would mobilize and strike if order to join a potential war, reported New York Times. It determined that US casualties could be amplified by the Pentagon's limited ability to evacuate injured troops daily, and by the possibility that Pyongyang could retaliate with chemical weapons. Civilian casualties would far outweigh the initial death toll on US troops and could potentially reach hundreds of thousands, commanders were told. While the US stations about 28,500 troops in South Korea, the capital Seoul, a city of about 24 million lives within range of formidable firepower of North Korea's artillery stationed along the border. Potential human cost of any war was so high. At one point in the general exercise, General Milley remarks that the brutality of this will be beyond the experience of any living soldier, said the Times. Pentagon chiefs cautioned that the planning session did not mean that decision has been made to go to war, with the intention of curbing Pyeongchang's Winter Olympics, Pyongyang's nuclear ambitions. On the back of a diplomatic detente with South Korea during the Winter Olympics, Pyongyang indicated that it was willing to open up dialogue with Washington. President Trump's response: "We'll want to talk also, but only under the right conditions," has created a glimmer of hope of a diplomatic solution, but America's insistence that denuclearization must be on the table remains an entrenched sticking point. The unpredictable situation has sparked fears among US military leaders of a ladder of escalation, where a stray incident could cause a military crisis to spiral out of control. Defense Secretary Jim Mattis has said a war with North Korea would be catastrophic, but has reportedly ordered top Pentagon officials to be ready for any possible military action. Among the plans discussed last week was the redeployment of a large numbers over large numbers of surveillance aircraft in the Middle East and Africa to the Pacific to support ground troops. Planners also looked at how American forces stationed in Japan and South Korea would be involved. End of article, and they just decided to get me far away. Star Wars story features good Han and baby Kylo Ren. MI5 agents can commit crime in the UK, government's reveal. Schools were shut today. Carney calls for a crackdown on cryptocurrency mania. Because the LSD war damaged by storm trains cancelled alive. Donald Trump attacks Alec Baldwin in furious misspelled early morning Twitter post. Puigdemont vows to lead Catalonian government in exile. TfL update on London delays. Overground power lines freeze over as tube lines told to hold out amid sub-zero temperatures. Billy Morgan snowboards in Essex after Winter Olympics bronze. Barbara Streisand's dog cloning is a modern tragedy. Pets are meant to die. Greg's driver stranded on the motorway starts handing out free pasties and donuts. Amazing. Kourtney Kardashian sets boundaries with Scott Disick. Rita Ora and Liam Payne keep their distance at show again after fans claim Cheryl had asked the one. End of part 3, end of video.